Now about my speed of lightcraft, my children and my speed of lightcraft. And since now I'm saying, and now, like I've said it before, that I only want individuals uh, who want to buy shares and take part in uh, paying to build the project. It's not that you buy shares and then the price of the shares is going to pay to build the speed of lightcraft. So you have to have money to be a part of that. So I hope that there are interested individuals. Why individuals? Because I know that that some individuals somehow have acknowledged my existence, maybe not directly, indirectly. I know that politicians have not helped my children and me to be reunited anywhere. And that's not indirectly. You would do that if you wanted to reunite us. Then you would directly communicate with the Danish government, because I've shared all the documentation. Now it's obvious to see I have the custody of my children. If not, then I could not apply for the money you get from the state as a single provider. So not interested in cooperation with politicians or any group of people who could have maybe briefed politicians or done something to her, or acknowledging my existence. Like people send indirect messages about either they ignore my existence deliberately, or it's because they don't know about me. Then I cannot, if they don't know about me, then I cannot judge them. I know that some people know about me, and if they pretend that somehow they can read my mind when I've said something, they do something similar, then or that they think that I'm a psychic because it happens afterwards. Maybe I'm not the psychic, maybe they are, because often, almost always, I've said things before they happen. So maybe they are hacking my phone, my computer, or I'm not the psychic. If I say something first and then something similar happens, then I'm not the psychic. Then other people fear me. If it's something like they are psychic about what I've said, you see, it's flipped around. I'm not saying something because now I know what's going to happen. But I think it's easy to predict some things because you can see that historically, then that something happened, then something else happened, and you can see historically it has a tendency to repeat itself. So you can somehow predict that it's the collective subconscious, it's part of it as well, like is culture, movies, music, especially movies, all history, historical persons, or that people have a tendency to repeat certain patterns from movies, from history and things like that. Or from TV, even the way the chronology of how if people have watched TV, and it's also a way to manipulate people. Then this happens, and sometimes people are just not really paying attention, but it enters the subconscious, and then somehow it makes them react in a specific way. If you make a commercial and if there are people that you want to aim at, then you can make some character in a commercial say something similar, and then afterwards show something from a movie about murder or something like that, and then subconsciously curve. If people are very easy to manipulate, but it's not always consciously that people do that, but it can be in a conscious way. It can also be that somehow it's not deliberately, and it somehow just fits into. And it's not that it always happens that it has that effect, and it's not the most. It's not what affects the subconscious most, how things are, but it could be. So what I'm saying is that I do not want groups or organizations as groups, but individuals from an organization, but not politicians, not interested in having politicians who pretend that we are playing a word game to affect the political game, that it's a game, or that you cannot communicate directly, pretending to be good when you're not, and things like that. So individuals, and then there's test. It's not like that it's something like she's testing, something like that, but it has, I need specific types of people, because it has to be people who, like when you watch the old movies about space travel from the 50s or 60s, they always help each other. So it's inspired by that, because they do not let each other down. If someone is trapped somewhere, or if they, for whatever, they even risk their lives to save each other and help each other. That's the only type of people I want to take part in building with my children our speed of life. It's very important that it's the right morality, that you do not let other people down, because I do not do that myself. Not only because, but also, well, if I did, then I would not. I do not let people down. I've been fighting to get my children back for more than 6 years. I have the custody. I never. And now it's stupid to say I never give up, because there's no reason to give up. Now I have the custody, and that they have to give me back my children for us to be a family, my children and I. I have to cooperate with people who cannot sleep at night, almost thinking about, or who cannot relax if someone else is in a group, the group that it's going to be is in trouble. And now I'm thinking about when you leave Earth to fly in space, or to magnetize, demagnetize when it's repulsed. Now it's very important.